Hey guys, how are you all doing this morning? I am actually doing okay. Um, I guess more than okay. I'm doing great. I'm actually going to talk to you all today about self image. I know you guys are all still trying to get to know me as a person. I'm trying to help you all out with getting to know me. Talking more about me, just so you know who you are watching um, when my videos are posted. So today, like I said, I talk about self-image. So when you hear the word self-image, what is it that you all think about? What do you think it means when someone says self-image? So the definition of self-image is, let's see here. I looked it up. We all have an idea in our head of what self image is. Self image is the idea one has of one's ability, appearance, and personality. So, the idea one has of one's ability, appearance, and personality. So, when you say that, that's pretty much everything about a person, you know. So, um, I just really wanted to talk about it because I actually have, struggled with my self image, you know, as a child and, as an adult. I still do in some ways. Growing up, it wasn't always it wasn't always easy, being one of seven one of seven children, and being maybe not maybe one of the darkest in your family, someone who was just very dark, um, and not very cute even, um, just always trying to hide out from everything else, like trying to be invincible. um, I remember once my brother told me when I was younger that you don't worry about it right now, Ty. You may not, you're not really cute, but you are gonna grow into yourself, so you eventually will be cute. So just that right there kind of made me just hide into myself and not really want to, branch out and be the person that I hope I am today. So just a lot of hurdles that you go through in life, trying to figure out who you are and your self image, and you know, I think I don't know. I think a lot of us still as adults, like, still kind of hide away from. I don't know. You shy away from certain things because of you don't have that confidence in yourself to do, or you're always worried about what someone is thinking about you, or you don't think that you're good enough for something. Um, so that definitely was me, and I think it has a lot to do with you just kind of have to grow. You have to just continue to grow into the person that you want to be, not the person that you think anybody wants you to be. So yeah, like I was saying, just being the darkest kid, kind of lanky, kind of just not very cute at all. Always trying to hide behind my mother, not speaking. It literally took her to, like, she had to, when I was younger, push me to go hang out with other, kids, or like, my sisters would go off and hang out, and then I'd be the only one left back, just playing outside by myself, or being at home with my mom because I didn't have any friends. I didn't have any, I didn't push myself to do things. So, I eventually got into some sports, like I started cheering in fifth grade, I think. Yeah, I think it was fifth grade I started cheering, you know, running, doing track, and, just like doing those things that I felt comfortable doing, like it started making me feel a little bit better about myself. Um, and then getting older and trying to figure out who you are as a person, then you kind of shy back into, that, like, who am I, like, kind of deal. I know I've been babbling on about, about the, self-image. If you guys want to share any of your stories with me, please drop a comment down below. Um, Talk to me. Let me know how you are with your self-image or any stories that you had to overcome. So I thought of a way, just kind of a little bit of an icebreaker, just to open this up a little bit, is to do a little bit of a quiz. It's a 10-question quiz, and it just asks questions about, it tries to figure out your self-esteem level. So I actually took that test this morning, and I am going to share it with you guys, and we can talk a little bit about that too. I'm going to try and put the questions right here so that you can see them, or here, one of the two there, just so you guys can see them. So I'm going to jump right into it. The first one is, do you believe you are inferior to others in some way? And I'm going to answer from back then and from now. So definitely back then I didn't actually put for back then, but I put for current. So when you see them, they're going to be for what current is. So inferior to others in some ways. Yes, back then somewhat I felt that way. Now I put maybe a little. There's always going to be that little percentage that's still there, but I feel like I'm growing to be better with my self-image. So that was number one. The second one is, do you worry what other people think of you? Back then, I'm going to tell you 100%, I worried what everybody thought about me every single day. I worried if they thought that my outfit wasn't right. They thought that I looked fat, like if I was like fat, or if I was eating too much, or if, like, what are they going to think about my house? Like, what are they going to think about? Just every single little thing I worried about. What are they going to think about, like, my work ethic or all those things? And now I put, for that question, do you worry about what other people think about you? And I put yes, but not often. I do worry sometimes, and I put that in a way because I have really, really bad body issues. I am really hard on myself with my body. My weight goes up and down constantly. It always does. So what people think about me and the way that I look, I feel like people are always judging me, and like, again, what am I putting in my mouth? What am I eating? Oh my God, do you see that? She gained weight. Can you see her stomach through her shirt? Like, those things, like, really, those things to this day really, really bug me. And I'm trying to figure out a way to not really let those things bother me. I'm trying to just be okay with who I am in that way. But it is really hard. And there's, like I said earlier, like, there's some things that you can't let go so easily. I get really choked up about that, because that's been like an issue through my whole life, is weight and all that. So I apologize for my tears. Let's see here. Number three is, what is it? Are you sensitive to criticism? So, back in the day, for sure. So criticism, feedback. So like when people would give you, like, criticism, of course you get very defensive, like, oh my God, oh. So yes, I definitely put, yes, I didn't put on here, but from back then it was just a lot. And today I put yes, but not so much, because you know what, sometimes, so I see criticism as feedback. And it's always good to get that, and because I feel like that helps you in some way. So, yes, but not so much. It's not always bad. So that's what I gotta think about. It's not always bad. So but I did still put yes, but not so much. All right, guys, we are at number 4. Are you nervous around? Are you nervous around important people that you want to like and accept you? Okay, so back in the day, yes, definitely, because everybody wants to be accepted in some way or form. So I was pretty nervous, and I always wanted to make sure that I was doing the right thing. Speaking currently, like today, I put no, not never. I am not nervous around important people that I want to like me, because I feel like if people are gonna like me for who I am, I'm not gonna put on a front. I'm not gonna pretend I'm something I'm not. I'm gonna continue to be me, the best me I know how to be. And if people cannot accept me for that, then they weren't meant to be in my life, and that's just how I see that. But you don't know that growing up. You know what I mean? You just want to be liked. You want to be, just there. But I had a lot of growing to do, and that's one thing that I would say no, never to. Um, how often do you think positively about yourself? So, this would go back to back in the day, think positively about myself. I really never ever really thought positively about myself. I always thought negative things to myself. I always thought I always was doing something wrong. I could never ever get like ahead. Like I was just a horrible person. I don't even understand why. You know, I was here in some ways. Like that's how I thought back then. Um, Positively now, I try to stay the cup half full instead of it half empty. There is some times in my life now that I do think with the cup half empty, but I'm trying to stay more positive and think positively about myself, and and celebrate like all of my little wins that happen with me, and just continue to do that. Think of all more of the positives than negatives. So I'm trying. I can't say 100%, so I did put sometimes on here. um, Number 6, when talking with others, do you feel comfortable looking them in the eye when talking to them? So, when talking with others, do you feel comfortable looking them in the eye when talking to them? So, back in the day, no, I never looked anyone in the eye. I didn't. I was not confident at all in myself at all. Looking someone in the eye was just very intimidating to me, so I did not do that. um, I made sure to always either walk really fast past them, or if I had to stop and talk to them, always looked away when having a conversation. Now I put for my answer yes often. I always always make sure to look people in the eye when talking to them. Um, because I'm more confident in myself when I'm having a conversation with someone, or just talk, having a conversation with someone, um, and that makes you it doesn't well you it's just like exactly what I feel like. People take you more serious when you look them in the eye when having a conversation, because you feel more confident in yourself, and they feel confident into who you are and what you're saying to them. So I work in customer service, and I've been working in customer service for many years, and that is one of my strengths is talking to people and having people like not having them believe me, but people believe me and who I am because of the conversations that I have with them. I make sure to stay very firm and have the conversation, eye contact with them. That's how you build trust too with people, and that's how people feel like they can trust you. So that's one thing that I always try and do. Always try, always do. I always do. So what's that, number 6? So number 7, do you get nervous when called upon to speak to a group of people you don't know? So back in the day, if anybody ever was like, okay, Ty, you need to get up and speak, or even in school, like in high school, when they're like, okay, your teacher's like, okay, I need you to get up and, read your whatever it is. oh my God, I would think I was dying. My heart would start beating. My heart would start pounding out of my soul. I'd start sweating. I get so nervous. Um, but I would get up and do it, but I would stutter and I would never get exactly what I was there to do out because I didn't I was so scared. I was scared. I was scared because first of all, I was getting judged on if I was reading the words right, if what I look like, like what I actually had on my paper that I had to read or what I was going to say. So all those things like really, really, really made me very nervous. So for back then, would I let's see, yes, and I said the same thing for now too. Yes, very nervous, but I'm gonna explain. So I definitely do get very, very nervous uh, when I am called upon to speak in a group of people I don't know. To this day, like when I go to like meetings with my job, or I have to get up and I have to present my piece or whatever, I I am notified ahead of time. Um, so two things. So being a store manager, I am have to give store meetings. You know what I mean? So you have to give store meetings. So you're the main one that's speaking. So I can actually go over my material first and make sure that I have it a certain way. I need to make sure things are a certain way. I need to know exactly what I'm going to say. I need to make sure it's very clear. That way, I'm still nervous, but I know exactly how it's going to be done. When it's like randomly, like to this day, Ty, I need you to get up and what did you blah 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 think about that? I still stand very firm, very scared, very nervous, but I still do it. And then after the fact, I'm always thinking about, oh my God, did I do this right? Did I say this? What are they going to think about that? I'm a worrier. I worry a lot about certain things like that. So yes, very nervous. I am working on that, and that's something I'm working on every day. Um, Number 8, are you satisfied with the person you turned out to be so far? So that's just going to be for current right now. I am very, very satisfied with the person that I turned out to be. If you guys watched my coming out story, or in just a little bit about getting to know me, you know that I've had a not so great life. I've had to learn a lot of things quite fast, and I felt like I had to get a lot of my learnings from the people that I surrounded myself with, and people who took a chance on me when it came to getting my like first job for real for me. Like just believed in me and knew that I could do the job. Like that's where I got all of my learnings from. So I felt like everything that was hard for me in my life, from living from house to house um, to not really having anything, and to not really having anyone. I do feel very satisfied with where I am today because I felt like all of those things in my life has shaped me into be the person that I am today. And I'm very, very, very blessed for all of those things and for all of the people I surround myself with. For not all, it's maybe not all, it's not a lot, but a lot of the people that I surround myself with. I'm very thankful for them. I'm very happy that they have been in my life, and for the people who've came into my life, who've shown me, who helped me grow into the person I am today. So yes, I am very, very satisfied with the person that I am today. And every day I'm growing. I'm continuing to grow, and I'm getting better with my, my self image. I'm getting better just with being me. Every day is a learning process. You learn something new about yourself every day. Believe it or not, you really do. So yes, I put yes always. Number 9, do you feel good about yourself without the regular validation from others? Back in the day, I did not feel good about myself without regular validation because I felt like I needed that validation. Today, I do feel good about myself without the validation. I know sometimes validation is good, it's good to get it, but I don't expect it. I don't expect that. I don't expect much. So yes, I do feel good about it. So I actually put for that question, I put yes always for that one, and that was number 9. Number 10 is, how would you rate your level of self-esteem? I would have rated it back in the day very, very low, only because I didn't know who I was, and I just was so like, I was an awkward person who didn't know if I was coming or going. Today, I put it's okay, it's average, because every day I'm growing, every day I'm learning more about myself. And this is something that everyone struggles with. Young, I'm telling you, young, old, they could be kindergarten, middle school, high school, you know, middle age to older. Like everyone struggles with this. This is some things that we're not ever not going to struggle with, but we need to get to a point in our lives where we're okay with who we are, and just continue to figure out how you can be okay with who you are. So I really wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that, and I thought the quiz would be a good way to just kind of open it up and, like, could bring out more things to say. Definitely want to hear any of your stories. If you want to drop a comment down below, you want to send me, I think there's a way that you can like send a message or something on YouTube. But if you just want to drop a comment down below, we can talk about it. Definitely let me know your self-image stories. So this actually rated me. It said that my self-esteem test results were mild. So I range in the mild. So I have mild issues of self-esteem till this day. You know, it's a work in progress, and everything. All I can do is just continue to grow, just like any of us. I did find a quote I wanted to share with you guys. It's this a quote that I use kind of often. It's a quote from Maya Angelou. It says, "We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty." I'm going to leave you guys with that. Thank you for watching my video today. And also just thank you guys for being you and just, supporting me. And for you out there who have not yet subscribed to my channel, if you like my channel, like my videos, please hit that subscribe button. Please share my video, share it with whomever. Please let other people know that Ty is out here, just trying to, do some things. Like this video if you like it, please. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Again, share, subscribe, guys. Yeah, so I think that is all I have for you this morning. All right, guys. Thank you.